Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. We currently have a partnership with Bybit, a target of getting to about 10,000 subscription registration on Bybit. So that's when that is possible, we would get an official uh, approval to list our coin on Bybit as well. So, like I even said earlier on, we have offline activities. Our offline activities, we have had it in over 50 different cities in China and over 5 cities in Africa so far, and in Vietnam and um, Hong Kong as well. So in conclusion, for you to understand what Pine is all about, so Pine is a meme coin that is community driven. It runs on a DAO governance system. It has an innovative tokenomics model. It demonstrates strong potential in the meme coin market. So it has one of the strongest community based on its DAO system. So we strongly believe that Pine is one of the big cryptocurrency that will change the narrative for meme coins. So we are focused on social grassroots movements, and we hope to spearhead that for future references and all of that. So I would let Mr. Ben just tell us the different ways we can acquire Pine and how we can go about that. So yeah, the mic is yours, Mr. Ben. Thank you.
All right. Gentlemen, everybody, once again, thank you all for coming. So a very quick one will be um, talking about how you can acquire Pine token. You know, basically, we are listed on the centralized exchanges as well. You can get Pine on your Phantom wallet, whereby you exchange Solana to Pine or any other coin from your Phantom wallet to Pine, and you can also, and if you're purchasing above um, $14,000 worth of buying token, so we do advise you use OKS. We advise you use OKS wallet to make that purchase. Then you can also purchase buying from other exchanges like Bybit and also in the Bitcoin blockchain. Yes, because Pine was brought up from the Bitcoin blockchain and then cross-chained into Solana. So you can get that from the Bitcoin blockchain. The same method, just get um, a stable coin, more like maybe USTD, Solana, or Bitcoin, any coin at all. Then purchase or swap to any desired amount of Pine you need. Currently, Pine is operating on Web3 exchanges for now. You can't, when we say you are a winner of an airdrop and we ask for your Solana address, what we mean is your Web3 Solana address, so that you can get your token allocated safely, for now. So I think that is how you can you know purchase but in very easy. You don't need any third party. You're not sending money to anybody. Don't send money to anybody telling you that, yes, send money to me. No, you don't need that. Except you need some help on how to get it, and you can come to the DM of any of buying influencers here by Clubhouse, Mr. Bear, Purple Minute. We are all here to assist you on. If you have any other questions regarding to that, our DM and inboxes are always open. Thank you very much. I'll mute my mic for now.
All right, thank you so much. So by the way, we have social media platforms. We have our official X platform. We have um, Telegram platforms. That is where you find most of our DAO structure work. So the Shilling team, the community, entire community, the Chinese community, the Nigerian community, the international community, and each and every single community, even the educational team, the buy team, the resource team, you would find everybody on Telegram. So that is where our DAO structure works entirely. So you could check out our Telegram platform and get in touch with the entire community. So yeah, thank you. Said you can buy it on any decentralized exchange, that is Solana. You can trade it on Phantom preferably, or BitGet, or any Web3 uh, wallet. So you could do that. Yeah. So thank you so much, Mr. Ben. So let's move to the next segment. So that will be over to Engineer Vita. So we want to share a few stories of various people that have had experiences within the Pine community, and Engineer Vita happens to be one of the people that have a story to share with us today. So over to you, Engineer Vita. Thank you. Okay, I think we lost Engineer Vita. Uh, okay, I think we lost him there. But before he comes back up and we continue with that, okay. Hello, Engineer, are you back? Can you hear me? Hello, Engineer, can you hear me? Okay, it's out. So before we go into that segment, let me just give you at least few reasons why you might consider buying Pine. So there is this concept I spoke about earlier on when I introduced Pine. I talked about inscriptions. So inscriptions are like projects that are directly linked with Bitcoin. That's why they are on the BRC20 blockchain. So if or when you invest in other projects, you are mostly using USDT. So it's a pair between that token and USDT. But when you invest on a BRC20 protocol, so you're actually paying it up with BTC directly. So that is a Bitcoin based blockchain. So it gives you that advantage. And in inscriptions are completely different. I mean, we have seen it for over the past 6 or so months. I've tested it out. It has been a wonderful experience. And also another reason why you should choose Pine, or why you might consider investing in Pine, is that Pine has introduced itself into different blockchains. So depends on which blockchain you are more familiar with. Depends on which blockchain. And sooner, of course, it's going to be on the Pi blockchain once the smart contracts are roll out. So depends on which blockchain you prefer. You could go with that. It has a strong community, like I said earlier on. It runs on a DAO system, and also not just it runs on a DAO system. The community is fully in charge of the total circulation and total supply. So yeah, nobody gets to manipulate the market. So everybody has that free advantage of investing at the same time. So many projects, community activities cannot be sustained over a long period of time. Example, like spaces like this, we have sustained it for over a year now. But Pine community has shown so much resilience. and uniteness. Like example on X platforms, on Telegram groups, and even for our offline activities that we do host. It just shows the bond that we are able to build at the end of the day. So having a project that has community is a very good advantage when investing in a project. And you can see now the entire market is rich and everything is bearish, but we keep on having events like this to educate people. So definitely that is a plus if you want to invest in it. And oh, of course, I forgot to say. So Pi Network, let me take it from the perspective of Pi. Pi is a very massive project that just public, and it has so many meme coins. So the meme coin market of Pi is new, and unlike that of Solana or BSC that is developed, it still has so much. Currently, Pine has to do have to do with being one of the most outstanding coins with limited market cap right now, not so huge that is hard to enter, and not so little that $50, so you could enter the market in a buy position. Transcriptions are of the circulation for their core team or for investors or for VCs and this and that. But this one, since it's an inscription project, is in full circulation. So among all inscription projects, if you check their data and their statistics, Pine data is the healthiest one, and it has exceeded over 1,500 BTC in circulation. So that is a good turnover for the community of Pine. So Pine is consistently ranked among the most popular inscription projects for every single day, nearly half a year now. So that's on its own is good statistics that you might want to consider. And so for the holders in the Bitcoin, so we said we did cross chain. So those that are still holding in the BRC20 are over 15,000. Those that are now holding in the Solana blockchain are over 13,000. I might be wrong with the numbers. It might be higher than that at the time I'm saying this, but the last time I checked, that should be the figures. So now is the best time to position yourself for buying because it's nearly half a year of sustainability and community growth. So we hope that in the nearest future, when Pi ecosystem is much more developed, people will get to see the value of Pine. People will get to see uh, the real interest that comes out of Pine. So it's left for most people in the Pi ecosystem to start to wake up and realize the hidden opportunity in the concept of inscriptions and enter the market early and own Pine. So become one of the key holders of Pine because external investors like VCs also have the chance to buy in, but when they're buying, they get to control the market. But when the community buys in a huge percentage, we get to control the market. So yeah, those are just good statistics, good data that everybody should have in mind when investing or when talking about buying. So yeah, so thank you so much. I think Engineer Vita is not yet back. Okay, so I think we lost him, but of course we can still go ahead. We have Kryptonite here. Hello, Kryptonite. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Jim, Mr. Bike Covers. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Dear Mr. Pi Clubhouse, dear Mr. Ben, dear to the Piin community. Yes, it's another amazing day for us to talk about Piin, Memcoin, Pi Network, blockchain, and cryptocurrency at large. So it's nice joining you guys here once again today. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Crypto Knight. I'm the Piin Global Ambassador, uh, global moderator. So today we'll be we'll be exploring more about Piin Coin, the opportunities and investing in Piin Coin, the features of Piin Coin, and so much more. So just make sure you retweet the space, you tag your friends, let's onboard as much as we can to come up on space for us to share them, for us to share about Piin to the Pi Network community. So I really appreciate you guys and I really appreciate what you have been doing. We just need to add more effort, add more energy in building the Piin coin, in building the community, and also in building Pi Network. So I really, really appreciate you guys for always coming on space to educate the Piin community. So much appreciated from here, Mr. Pi Clubbers, Mr. Ben. I'm here. I'll be standing by. If there's anything I need to contribute or need to say, I'll still come back on the speaker level. Thank you guys for giving me the mic. I yield for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kryptonite. So Kryptonite is a member of the Pine community. Okay, yeah, he's a member of the Pine community, and he has been here for almost a year now. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so Engineer Vita is back up here. Engineer has sent me a request. So we'll go back to the segment where before I came in, talking about our experiences and yeah, so far how aspiring been for each and every single one of us. So Engineer Vita, is he back? Okay, okay. So I hope he's back. Okay, let me try sending you a request right now. So I can't send the request to co-host. I don't know why. Okay, okay. I think Engineer Vita, I don't know if you have seen the request, but I've been trying to accept your request. So maybe you can go out and come in again. So let's see if that works. All right. So experiences so far in the uh Pine community. Yeah, let me ask Mr. Ben. He has hosted several offline events. How has the experience been? You know, the feedback from the community, the feedback from the participants in the offline events. How has the experience been for especially offline events so far? Yeah, Mr. Ben.
Yeah. So sorry for the background here. Well, I would say that last year we had much more of offline community, offline events rather. That are we had more of offline events, and also Christianites hosted more offline events in Abuja. I think that was about two. I think he hosted something one this year, I think like that. And the experiences were good. The experiences were good. But recently we started talking about let's know how we can host more. But we need to host more offline events. Educate people more on buy-in. But I believe with time, though my experience then it helped me um, have an open mind, on doing what I know how to do best. It helped me so very much on getting the infernalities of people, how to communicate with people because I happen to be the main speaker of the event, and especially the one we held at Adamawa, Nigeria State, whereby I represented through a conference call that I was talking to about 100 people sitting down listening to me. That was my first time doing that. So by in has exposed me to a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of positive opportunities in life, which I will forever be grateful to that. So, and again, the experiences have been so positive. Yes, the experiences have been so positive. And with that, I think with that, we are now saying, okay, let's do this for the second time, that we will be able to get it done much more better, you know, much more better than the previous ones we did. So, what we believe with time, as our market cap keep growing and we keep increasing, we will believe that we are going to be doing much more better things in our community, and we'll be onboarding much more people into our inscription project. So that like the host says that it's a community project, not a personal project, not a big wheel stuff. I can hold a big percentage, you can hold a big percentage. Nobody knows anybody that holds any big percentage. We just know you by number. So that is it. So what the opportunity, the experiences has been good. I will not lie. The experience has been good. Talking in front of the big the big idolos, asking me questions, and one thing about the community is that they have been providing good answers and they give you what you need to do. Study it, and that is just it. And make your own personal and that is just it. So I just love it, and it's been wonderful time working and still working with the partner community, and we positively saying that we will do more, much more better than we have done before, and we are up to do much more. Thank you very much. I leave the mic for now.
All right, thank you so much. We have heard from his experience. Yeah, it's always an interesting one to host offline events wherever you get to meet different members of the community, different sets of people that most likely you have worked online with but have never met them in person. So yeah, it's always so amazing to meet each and every single one of them. But I think let me bring up so Kryptonite. It's gone. Kryptonite had also hosted an offline event, so it would also be a great person to talk about that as well. Okay, so Engineer Vita, I've sent you a request again to speak. Hope you have seen the request. Okay, so I hope you get the request. All right, so while we wait for that, while we talk about that, uh, talk about experiences, let's just dive into the next segment, and which is about Pi Network. So the Pi Network is a model project for Pi inscription in case each and every single one of us are not aware of it. So I said earlier on, Pine is a meme coin created by members of the Pi Network community. And yeah, it's very so there are a lot of discussions around Pi Network right now. The entire community is a bit quiet, not rowdy, not noisy, just everybody on the low, everybody talking about certain things. Some people focus on the negative, some people focus on the positive. The market is down by I think over 30% or so. Yeah, over 30% the market is down. And yeah, so much has happened from March 14th. March 14th was the day everybody were expecting the market to go bull, but it went downward. So that was a very beautiful sight to behold, honestly. But I strongly believe, recently I have done few research on what we call Pi OS, the Pi operating system. Some people say it's open source. Yeah, but I just think it's maybe like operating system. So the Pi open source is like where each and every single one of us gets to contribute to the Pi ecosystem, but it runs on a different concept that we have to understand today. So we have different layers of the internet. We have the internet that most people never know about, which is the internet that is or the backbone of the internet, which is the connection of cables that are inside the oceans around the world and all of that. So that is a fair understanding of connectivity to bring about what we call the internet. But we also have the connectivity of routers and big internet stations and all of that, or these massive poles and long poles in different locations that links different areas to different areas to create an internet. And yeah, routers and maybe Starlinks and all of that. So the interconnectivities of all these things is what we really, really call the internet. But on a much more larger scale, when you get to Pi Network or when you get to Web3, that's when we start to talk about things like um, what's it called? Blockchain. So we talk about the financial part of it, talk about how ledgers, how each and every single one of us having access to the same ledger that is being updated by every single minute, every single second. It's still proving that look, that is an internet to a certain point in time, but that is the third layer of the internet, which we are now talking about the blockchain technology. So when we talk about Pi network and the Pi open source, and some people say it's the Pi operating system. I don't really know what to call it yet, but I strongly believe it's the Pi open source. I feel that it is something so vast that maybe the technology is not really looked into. I listened to a conversation yesterday, hosted in Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, talking about the future of technology in Africa. And they said, look, it will take us the next 10 years for people to get to adapt with the concept of blockchain technology, integrate it with our local banks and all of that. And yeah, all these concepts are very simple because we are near to the technology itself. But I just discovered, look, it takes such a very long time for institutions to adapt to new technology. I mean, they're already used to a system, they work on systems. They don't just wake up and change overnight. So it takes so much for them to change. But when they do, yeah, that will be a banger. So that is when we talk about Pi Network because the only outstanding blockchain or the only set of blockchains that have stood out are like Stellar and Pi Network. And maybe few like Cardona that is niche based. And what else? I don't know if Replit has a blockchain or so, but the coin Replit has stood out. So a Ripple, sorry. So these few set of coins, but maybe let me focus on Pi Network and Stellar. are going to be a good gateway for institutions to get on board. In most institution will not get on board, like on board their system into a blockchain through Bitcoin. It's not efficient. It's not. It's it's a waste. Honestly, it's better they stay in the system there rather than to move down there. So it's a waste. But that is for the institution. So it's preferable for them to work with what is scalable, what is flexible, like the Pi blockchain, like the Stellar blockchain, what is fast and reliable. That if I send my friend a money today, he gets it right now in his wallet at that same moment, and he is able to use that same money. For an average person, you're explaining this concept to them. It's so strange. How do how do how do I send them? I'm in Nigeria right now. So how do I send you money in, let's say you're in China right now, and you receive it? How is that even possible? How does the money move? No, that's what an average person wants to understand. And that is the technology that we are talking about here today when we are talking about the future of Pi Network and how vast Pi Network is. How does the money move to from me here in Nigeria to you there in China to buy goods or to acquire services? So how does it happen? And I feel like if we don't answer these key questions to the average person, it's so hard to onboard them. We keep on talking about these technologies. We have tested it. I asked a question yesterday in a group chat. Are we really sure we are ready for this technology? Or is it too early? Because we have over 60 million people that are already aware of this technology and more. And yet, we don't even use the use cases that these technologies were created for. Like the average use case of buying and selling with it. Pi Fist, we have 600, is it 60,000 or so merchants. I was so shocked. Like the numbers were damning. I was like, what? We have over 6 million people in the community. And in fact, people can still leverage on it by using exchanges like Mexi and Get.io because they have Pi now, right? But that didn't happen. That wasn't the case. So, what is really the problem with the technology? Is it that we are not ready to adapt the technology, uh, or nobody's even ready for it, or someone is suppressing the power of the technology, or the technology itself is not on a full scale ready to be applied? So these are also questions that we should ask because when we look at it, I still feel like even in the next 10 years, that's why I tell people, I don't feel myself about Pi right now. I still expect that in the next 5 years, that's 2030, that's when Pi will be a big banger to the community. So I don't really kill myself about it because we talk about adaptability. People are adapting just one use case, and that one use case is the market use case by buying and selling, making Pi the commodity, just like every other cryptocurrency. And that is really, really what we are trying to change the narrative here. So when you double click to look at it on a much broader scale, it's as if we were never ready for this technology. After 6 years of preparing to use this technology, we were still not ready for it. Yes, the technology came with an advantage. It gave us free money. I mean, if you had mined Pi from let's say 2019 and you had acquired for yourself like 5,000 Pi, as a Nigerian, on the launch date, that is like $10,000 in your wallet, and it went as high as maybe uh 20 or maybe $15,000 in your account. So that is a fair amount, to make from a cryptocurrency just from mining, not investing, just from mining. So that fact has been cleared, but was that really why it was created? Okay, so when you now get this free money, what are you supposed to do with this free money? That is when the real discussion comes in. Are you supposed to take it to an exchange and exchange it for fiat? The answer is no. If that happens, then the reason for the cryptocurrency called Pi has been defeated. Yes, if you want to exchange for fiat, that should be a feature in the Pi ecosystem that just like Stellar has integrated MoneyGram, that you could directly switch your Stellar token, the XLM or USDC, I think so, on the Stellar blockchain with a bank. So you could sell it directly to a bank, and that is a feature on the blockchain. What you have to do is that you're paying for gas fee, you're not paying for transaction fees, cryptocurrency fiat. No, you're not. So even if we are supposed to exchange it for fiat, we are still doing it the wrong way in the first place. So every single thing about this technology just feels wrong right now. It feels like the early days of the internet, or maybe blockchain coming out before 2008, 2009. It's just so wrong timing. That's just how I see it now. We are not ready. The technology is still struggling because the world is now super interconnected. So if we are to adapt the technology, it's going to use the speed that it used to adapt to OpenAI. OpenAI had massive registration of over 200 million people in like less than a year or so. So that is the level of adaptability that will come if this is on a full scale. So we are still not ready, even at 60 million engaged pioneers. That's just how I see it because this is going to be one of the biggest technology ever known to humanity. So we always expected that the technology comes first and then the financial institution join along. But it's not happening, it's not joining. So definitely there's a disconnect there. And yeah, that is all that is always one of my biggest problems here. Because when we're in the enclosed minutes, I always expected that when we get to open minutes, if you have projects to build, you would have venture capitalists at your door knocking. Oh my goodness, I want to invest in your project, you know. But that never happened. And yeah, it even got so frustrating that when you mentioned Pi, so people were like, no, I don't want to invest in cryptocurrency. So now it's not just like a simple thing now. Like it's way complex, and even when we're in the enclosed mandate, even super complex right now. So the thing is getting complex by the day. People look if you just came here for the money, you would get frustrated. If you came here to just make money from mining a free, like people call it airdrop here, airdrop here. So if you came here from to make money from airdrop, maybe buy deep, sell high, and all of that, you would get frustrated, honestly. But people that will stay on the edge of innovation are like those that really look forward to the technology, people that look forward to innovating. Like at this point in time, so it's even far more easy with the help of AI technology because uh, someone like me as a developer, I get to develop an app way faster. Normally, it would take like 6 months, maybe 3 months of planning and coming up with idea and all of that. But in less than 3 months, or let's say maximum of 6 months, we can build a complete app for the Pi ecosystem, complete functional app that the users love. And if we want to do it on a large scale, I mean, building as an individual, we have a challenge to build 20 apps within 1 year, within 18 months, sorry. So we can do that on a very much large scale with AI technology. So the technology is becoming easy. The innovative part of it is becoming easy, but we are still not ready. Oh my goodness, we are still not ready. No, nobody is even ready. Nobody. Look, most people are running on losses. Yesterday, that's no, not yesterday. It was last week. I got a call from someone. He told me, uh, "Are you the owner of this gadget store?" I said, "Yes, I'm the owner of that online gadget store." He said, "I heard you guys accept spy." I said, "Yes, we accept spy." And you know what the person told me? He told me, "Do you accept GCV?" I, I blanked out. I was like, "What? Are you kidding me?" So these guys are having high expectations for this cryptocurrency and are not ready to put their hands down to invest in this technology. It's crazy. What do you mean by GCV? So you guys don't even care about what goes on behind the scene. You guys just want to cash in and cash out of this airdrop, let's say, that you invested in. So it's not really about Pi Network right now. It's about, oh, how can I had 1,000 Pi. How can I use that 1,000 Pi for the next 10 years? Ha! No, instead of saying, how can I create technologies to double up and have over 10 million Pi at the end of 10 years or so? That is what people don't even look at. So that's why I keep asking, are we even ready for the technology? We have some of the best developers out there. I do, as part of what I do for work, I do meet a lot of developers, and everybody just wants to apply for a job, do this, do that. Nobody really care about, oh, is there a better technology? Is there a better way? Like I do see developers, I tell them, do you use AI? They, no, AI is for lazy people. I'm like, no, that's so dumb. But it's happening. I mean, AI is even created for people that want to work on a blockchain. Blockchain gets complex as it keeps going. And you have the best assistant as an AI that you don't have to crack your brain to keep up with the technology. You just have to keep on innovating. It's getting simpler. An app that will cost, I recall last year was 2023? No, 2024, yeah, 2024. We tried developing an app for Pi Network. We met a team of developers, a dev team. They told us they were going to give us the app for how much? $200,000. And I was shocked. Like it's not even that big of an app. Like we just want to build an app for the Pi ecosystem. I know the founder of the project, he said you can fund the project and do all of that. But I said no, it's not worth it. And not up to 3 months after, we could do that same thing with less than $10,000 on with an AI. Like I was what? So if we just waited for just 3 more months, would have done exactly that, paid a team to do that for us. Even we didn't even want to do that. Paid a team to do that for less than $10,000. Built that app for the Pi ecosystem, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is how technology is moving. This is how fast it's moving, but we are not keeping up with it. It feels like what people do say. No matter how many times you share your idea with people, look, humans are just so lazy, they won't pick it up. So even if I'm telling you, everybody here, I'm going to build some of the best application out there. A lot of us are so lazy to even think of that or think of trying it out, honestly. So how then do we talk about this technology so much and so few people are developing on it? I meet a lot of developers in the Pi ecosystem and we are so few. We are so few. So the problem is really, really, are we ready, honestly, at this point in time? So anyways, I've been talking for quite some time now, so uh but I hope everybody gets the idea that I'm trying to pitch to us here. That's look, and honestly, I listened to a conversation on technology in Africa yesterday. It's happening in Nairobi, Kenya. I listened to some of the biggest guys. I think I didn't even know. that USDC, the alternative to USDT, is a project owned by a few African guys or managed by a few African guys. I never knew that. But honestly, these guys were like, this is the only opportunity for young, innovative Africans to get involved in big financial power swing or something like that. Like, it's so crazy that people, if you keep waiting for that time to come, if you keep waiting, oh my goodness, I'm just waiting for that big move, you are definitely going to be super late. Like, you have to be 10 times ahead of it. You know, now technology, every single day, there's a new technology coming out. Yesterday, I just met a new AI. It's super crazy, honestly. I met this AI from a few guys here on X. It's a new AI. They talk about innovation, they talk about using converting prompts to images. Now, Mid Journey as a developer is super expensive, especially as a Nigerian developer. Super expensive to keep that going. But I made this one. It's super insane, just like Mid Journey. Like, it does what Mid Journey does, and I could use it for free because it's still a startup in what's it called, Silicon Valley. Yeah, I think just the same avenue that the Pycor team is, by the way. Yeah, that's what drew me to the project. So things are coming out to make your job easy for you, honestly. You just have to take advantage of it, especially if you're an African, if you're from Asia and you want to make money off cryptocurrency. Like, leave the market cycle alone. Leave all these trends, these big guys doing all of this, doing all of that. Leave that area alone. Like, focus on what's really important at this point in time. Like, look, you just have to solve one tech problem or one financial problem and become one of the most outstanding guys in this space, honestly. Just one problem. Honestly, it's so difficult to have a breakout moment in cryptocurrency. Yes, that is why you should get into cryptocurrency. Like, the level of competition, if in a space we had, can you imagine, in this space we have over 400 people currently listening. So if back then in a space, just 20 people sharing ideas, doing all of that, was how technologies came about, was how innovation came about. I'm sorry, the same idea you have now, like over a million people are already working on it. So that's how crazy building the relationship, like building that network, having that value, understanding the tech, doing all of that. So that's what this space is all about. If you are lazy, this space is really not for you. If you are someone that believes that, oh, I can sleep and wake up anytime I want to and keep up with current trends and do all of that, it's not for you. Take example, the Pine community. You will never see the community sleep. This community, yes, this community, this meme coin community I'm talking about right here. The community doesn't sleep. You would always see the community active on X 247, and you wonder how does that happen? That's Look, you don't really need an opponent to know that you have to do really good. Like, you don't need someone to tell you every single time that you have to do really good. You just have to do really good in this space. I'm honest with you. So for those of us that are new in the space, for those of us that are new in crypto, uh, yeah, honestly, you have to keep up with the trends. You know, back then I was suffering with a lot of technological stuff, but right now most of them are near to free technology. Honestly, you can find them super free at this point in time, and you take advantage of them. That's why they are there to help you. So, like now, I need less people on the team working with me than have a rush team, and we are not even productive at the end of the day. So we are trying to keep up with so many things at the same time. and that's pushing us beyond limits where we are. But most people don't really keep up at the end of the day. So I'm just super happy about Pi. I'm really optimistic. I'm not a Maxi. I believe in Pi so much. So I'll tell you that I love Pi Network. I believe in Pi. Yeah, I've been in Pi for over 4 years, so getting to five years now. I have built, by the way, I just lost Pi Clubhouse. So Pi Clubhouse was the platform I started 2021 on Facebook, got to X, and yeah, so I just lost it to X. I tried verifying it. I don't know what happened, but the account got suspended. So yeah, I lost the account. But we still keep on pushing. I'm working on a few projects now. So I'm working on a project called Pine. Yes, I'm a member of Pine. I'm working on a project called Fupi. Fupi is an investment um, agent for the Pi ecosystem that gives people the opportunity to invest in startups. So I'm a member of Fupi, and yeah, basically that's what I do right now. So other than that, you find me developing and helping young people like me do crazy things in the Pi ecosystem. So thank you so much for listening to me for how many minutes now? Over 30 minutes now, non-stop. So thank you. I think I'm still seeing invitation to speak, but I can't still accept the invitation. But open minutes is up here. So yeah, Engineer Vital, you can go ahead.
Yes, God has will. Finally, I come up. Uh, so, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. So, I would like to share my experience about cryptocurrency in general and Piin. So, in this rapid evolving digital age, the world of cryptocurrency is like this is a true story of member of Piin community, recounting how he navigated those troubled water, experiencing losses and setback before finding uh, his own path. In June 2019, I left direct sale industry and I was introduced to a world of cryptocurrency by so-called experts. This new even felt like undiscovered continent fills me with unexpected uh, fills me with excitement as a worth seemed with reach. However, I lose more than 46,000 US dollar. Back then, my mind was filled with fantasies of getting rich overnight. I lived in the joy of rising price without truly understanding the nature of Bitcoin or importance of blockchain technology. I brought Bitcoin and I participated in so-called interest earning scheme, staking Bitcoin on platform in exchange for those tokens, branded by a high interest rate and freeze of bull market. I dreamed those tokens would support Bitcoin. Looking back, I was like a person dancing on edge of cliff with crossed eyes at always always at the risk of falling into abyss. By the end of 2019, the unexpected COVID-19 pandemic completely disrupted my life and pushed me to my lowest point. During this difficult period, I began to deeply reflect on my decision-making ability and judgment criteria. Despite the painful bruises, I still believe that blockchain technology had immense potential. This time, however, I decided to truly understand it rather than branding for others. Hanging for knowledge, I found a tech company and I began to learn about IPSF and Bitcoin. This learning experience became my turning point. Through in deep studying, I gained the comprehensive understanding of blockchain technology. This progress was not just a technical, it was a transformation in my way of thinking. From 2020, from later 2020 to the first half of 2021, the cryptocurrency market experienced the white bull run. So thank you so much for previous learning and preparation. I seized this opportunity and made a million. At the time, I felt as if I had become worth overnight. However, I later realized that those again was more than a result of market favorable conditions during the special period rather than my investment skills. During this bull market, I witnessed the main jaw-dropping story. So some people invested millions in mining machine and only to lose everything. Others invested a few $1,000 in so-called meme coin and unexpectedly made 10 of million. Those extreme examples made me realize that in this market, simply chasing trading is far from enough without continued learning and growth. One will inevitably become a target for another to profit from. Although I achieved immense success in this bull market, looking back, I still missing a main opportunity. This was mainly became my understanding of blockchain field financial investment was still several rocking. It was until I joined it was not until I joined book club organized by crypto veteran that I truly realized the gap in my knowledge. During the subsequent 2 year bear market, I began systematically studying and filling into those gaps. However, the accumulation of knowledge does not immediately translate into wealth flow. I watched helplessly as the an asset in my wallet uh, significantly shrunk. This painful experience only strengthened my determination of learning more. In 2023, after failing, failures in after failing So I still firmly believe that in cryptocurrency market offered the best opportunity for ordinary person to change their fortune. Through the friend introduction, I come closer Piin project. At the time, the concept at that time the concept of inscription was trending, and a Piin is a short of Piin inscription. Upon learning that Piin was a project driven by Piin Network community, I was intrigued because I was immediately intrigued as a Pi miner myself. With many friends doing the same, I recognized the immense potential flow and influence of an innovative project based on an existing community. After full research, I not only invested in multiple Piin token, but also participated in various Piin community activities. I became one of the main promoter of offline salon, witnessing firsthand